Thanks for tuning in to the weekly news recap. Let's begin. BlackRock weighs tokenizing ETFs for 24/7 trading. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is exploring how to bring exchange-traded funds onto blockchain networks, according to people familiar with the effort cited by Bloomberg. The initiative would involve creating tokenized versions of funds tied to real-world assets, such as equities, subject to regulatory approval. Tokenized ETFs could expand trading beyond Wall Street's regular hours, widen international access, and even allow shares to be used as collateral within crypto markets. The move follows BlackRock's successful launch of its spot Bitcoin ETF and the tokenized money market fund BITL, which has grown past $2 billion in assets. Chief Executive Larry Fink has repeatedly said, "Every financial asset can be tokenized," highlighting the firm's long-term vision. While tokenized assets remain a small market compared with the multi-trillion-dollar ETF industry, BlackRock's interest signals growing momentum. Nasdaq seeks SEC approval to list tokenized stocks. Nasdaq has filed a proposal with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to allow trading of tokenized shares on its exchange, a step that could mark the first time blockchain-based equities appear on a U.S.-regulated market. The plan would let investors choose between traditional and tokenized settlement while preserving the same shareholder rights as underlying stocks. In its filing, Nasdaq said, tokenized assets would carry the same execution priority as conventional shares and be clearly labeled for clearing through the depository trust company. Chief Financial Officer Sarah Youngwood said at a recent industry conference, "The solution leverages the current infrastructure and market structure." The initiative arrives as regulators in Washington consider broader rule changes for digital assets. Experts caution integration with the DTCC's massive settlement system could prove costly and complex, but others view the proposal as a breakthrough that could bring blockchain directly into Wall Street's core plumbing. Atkins presses on-chain capital raising without legal uncertainty. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Paul Atkins used a keynote at the OECD in Paris to urge clearer rules for blockchain finance. He said entrepreneurs and investors should be able to raise capital on-chain without endless legal uncertainty, while reaffirming that most tokens fall outside securities law. The remarks come under the SEC's Project Crypto initiative, which seeks to modernize regulations so trading, lending, and staking can operate under a single framework with updated custody rules. Atkins described the approach as offering only the minimum effective dose of regulation needed to protect investors, a shift from the enforcement-heavy policies of prior years. The SEC and Commodity Futures Trading Commission will hold a joint roundtable later this month to explore how products like perpetual contracts and decentralized finance could return to U.S. markets. Forward Industries raises $1.65 billion for Solana Treasury. Forward Industries has closed a $1.65 billion private placement to create what it calls the largest Solana-focused corporate treasury to date. The Nasdaq-listed firm secured commitments from Galaxy Digital, Jump Crypto, and Multicoin Capital, among others. Shares of Forward surged as much as 128% in pre-market trading, while Solana's SOL token gained over 2%. The company said the funds will be used to anchor its balance sheet in SOL and participate actively in Solana's decentralized finance markets. Multicoin co-founder Kyle Samani has been appointed chairman of the board, with executives from Galaxy and Jump joining as observers. The move positions Forward alongside other firms building Solana treasuries, including Upexi and Sharps Technology. Commenting on the momentum, Bitwise CIO Matt Hugin noted that all the ingredients are there for an epic end-of-year run for Solana, pointing to treasury accumulation and pending exchange-traded product filings as catalysts for what he called Solana season. In related news, the Avalanche Foundation entered late-stage talks to raise $1 billion through two U.S.-based investment vehicles that would use the capital to buy discounted tokens directly from the foundation. Mix faces $170 million Sybil attack allegations. Decentralized derivatives platform Mix Finance is under scrutiny after blockchain analytics firm Bubble Maps alleged a single entity exploited its token airdrop for roughly $170 million. Investigators flagged about 100 wallets, all created around the same time and funded through OKX, that together claimed nearly 10 million MIX tokens. Bubble Maps called the incident the biggest airdrop Sybil of all time. The claims follow MIX's token soaring more than 1,000% in 2 days, sparking a short squeeze that liquidated $40 million in positions. In its response, the team said rewards were tied to genuine trading activity and liquidity provision, though it acknowledged allowing high-volume users to change addresses before launch. From the perspective of focusing on trading itself, we did not impose specific prohibitions on such requests, the team stated. Scroll DAO halts governance after leadership resignations. The decentralized community behind the Ethereum Layer 2 Scroll has paused its governance process following several high-level departures. Delegate Olympio disclosed on X that DAO leader Eugene resigned earlier this week, with co-founder Haichen Shen confirming the team is redesigning governance. The decision has sparked questions about the status of ongoing proposals, including a treasury management plan. They are redesigning governance, but the pathway forward is unclear, Olympio noted, adding that communication on next steps has been limited. Scroll contributor Raza Zaidi emphasized that the move should be seen as a temporary pause rather than a permanent dismantling of governance. For now, active proposals remain visible, but their execution is uncertain. The DAO, which launched alongside its native token SCR, operates in tandem with the Scroll Foundation and a security council. Global crypto users warned after massive supply chain hack. Millions of crypto users were on alert this week after hackers injected malware into widely used JavaScript packages downloaded billions of times each week. The attack began when a developer was tricked by phishing emails, giving attackers access to publish tainted code that could secretly swap wallet addresses and redirect funds across major blockchains, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Security experts initially urged users to halt transactions, warning the compromise could be catastrophic. But implementation errors exposed the malware quickly, causing automated builds to fail and limiting losses. Onchain data shows attackers netted less than $505 before being shut down. Ledger's chief technology officer Charles Guillemet called the outcome fortunate, while cautioning that supply chain attacks remain a serious threat. Linea airdrop marred by outages as token slides. Consensus's Ethereum Layer 2. Network Linea launched its Linea token this week, but the rollout was hampered by technical issues. Ahead of the token generation event, block production on the mainnet paused for about 45 minutes due to sequencer performance problems, later described as a partial outage that lasted nearly 10 hours. While 749,000 wallets were eligible to claim 9.36 billion tokens, many users reported failed transactions and rising gas fees. By contrast, Binance recipients accessed their allocations instantly, prompting criticism from community members. Linea head Declan Fox said the network was simply overwhelmed, noting, "Once you get punched in the ring, you need to react well," which we did. After the bumpy debut, Linea tokens lost more than 20% from their peak. Seeking to calm concerns, Consensus founder Joseph Lubin suggested future rewards for long-term holders, hinting that additional distributions from Consensus or MetaMask-linked projects could be directed to those who keep Linea tokens on hand. Unchained is produced by Laura Shin, with help from Matt Pilchard, Juan Aranovich, Margaret Curia, and Pam Majumdar. The weekly recap was written by Juan Aranovich and edited by Stephen Ehrlich. Thanks for listening.